See how this goes. So game, mic, audio, all that jazz. Looks like it's going good. Great way to start a 4th of July live stream. Bring up a couple of the previews here and get the Sunday serial stream off the ground. Because there's a lot of stuff we got to cover tonight. A lot of stuff. It's the serial stream before the patch comes out. Which means there's a lot of stuff to do. Because, you know, naturally I wait to the last minute because, yeah, reasons. But I'm kind of liking how this is going here so far. Going to be doing a little of this, a little of that. Going to be jumping over from monthly EQ because I still have some of that to do. Going to be doing a couple of the last rifts. Still have a few of those left to do as well. Probably jump into the Tier 1 Alpha Arena just because I have like no Tier 1 Alpha left. And then, you know, just hang out and chat and chill for a bit. Sounds like a good time to me. How's it going, everybody? Rob vonShoe here. Welcome to the stream. Just went over the itinerary of some of the things kind of wanted to touch on today. But let's start off real quick, just burning off some energy in the monthly quest. Got one path left, I think, in this Blade event. I wanted to bring Archangel. I forget who the who else is here. But, you know, I guess we'll find out, right? Go from there. I want to say big howdy, big welcome to Sunspotted saying, hey, howdy, bud. Rumbly, what up, Rob? How you doing? I am most excellent, my friend. I'm most excellent. Happy 4th of July to all you guys out there, especially my American friends. Or just Sunday the 4th of July to everybody else. Let's do a little of this, do a little of that. We're gonna be all over the place here tonight. Like I was saying at the top, just a little this, little that. Just enjoying the last couple days of this month's event stuff before the Hercules and America Chavez event get kicked off here next week. We have already wound up getting the patch notes, the dev diary deep dive dropped today. Uh-oh. Nice. Dropped today, going over Hercules and his abilities and his kit and all the cool things to go over, which is very exciting. If you haven't checked that out, that's on the official Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel with Dorky Dave at the helm. Very cool. He looks like he's going to be fun. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Judah saying, yo, Rob. What up, Judah? Should I rank my Gwenpool or Elsa? P.S. I'm having more fun with Gwenpool. If you're having more fun with Gwenpool, then by all means, go Gwenpool. Personally, I think Elsa is the better of the two. I think she has greater opportunity to exploit some of the annoying nodes in the game and the contest. I like her evade, and the fact that she shrugs off non-damaging debuffs is amazingly useful. Of course, at the end of the day, it is up to you, and like I said, I mean, if you've got more fun with Gwenpool, then yeah, go with Gwen. Xander says, hey, Rob. What up, Xander? Can we do some incursions? Maybe a little bit later? Let me knock out some of the content here first, and then we'll see how we're doing. Dana says, happy 4th, man. Appreciate that. Happy 4th to you too, bud. And Rule says, hello. Howdy, Rule. How's it going? Tonight on the serial stream is something I was not expecting. Tonight we're having Space Jam cereal. It is the official branded cereal of the upcoming reboot, spiritual successor, shameless cash grab, one or the other, with LeBron and the Looney Tunes crew. Saw that on the shelf and I was like, yeah, I gotta. Why not? Boink. So, cheers, everybody. All right, so here's my initial thoughts. Well, first off, here's what the cereal is. It's basically purple Pops. So your main cereal is like it's it's literally just Pops, just colored purple, with a couple of rabbit shape apparently marshmallows, and there's orange basketballs in here somewhere. It's not awful. It's just very bland. Definitely better than a Minecraft cereal though. And that was the last like one-off cereal that we had here on the channel. But very forgettable. Juice and Herc's abilities look spicy. Yeah. And big damage numbers. Big yellow numbers, big white numbers, big red numbers. If you play heavy on intercepts right now already, I think you're going to have a heck of a good time with Hercules. Plus, his prestige is looking top-notch, too. They didn't say officially what it is, but they were showing off, like, 6-star rank 3 with damage masteries, and his PI is looking very chunky. Hold on, did I tell you that I pulled a 5-star Namor, Apoc, Medusa, Emma Frost, Cyclops, or Blue Clops, and duped my Angela? You did not, Sunspotted. You did not. That is a great haul. Very nice. Sugar. Yeah, pretty much. There's zero nutritional value to Space Jam cereal. Like, it would put food in your belly, and that's about it. That's about it. Still am very much looking forward to doing that final tier list with like 52 weeks worth of cereal, 52 different varieties, and kind of seeing what's what and how everything all stacks up. It's pretty safe to say, though, that this one I think is going to be right in the middle of the road. It's not bad, like I say. It's just not memorable. Burl says, are you going to do the Tier 1 Alpha Arena? Yes. I am planning on getting to that because, especially after, this weekend's festivities, I need every single Tier 1 Alpha I can get. I am so dangerously low on those, it's ridiculous. Probably won't be able to do the rest of Summer of Pain because Kabam is still super stingy with giving Tier 5 CC selectors to Cav free-to-play players. Yeah, but, okay, even still, though, if you're only able to do six weeks of the objectives, the milestones at Tier 6 is still really nice. It is a shame, though. It is a major shame. Gunju says, hey, what up, dude? What up? How's it going? How's everything? Happy Sunday. And happy 4th of July to everybody else as well. It has been a huge roller coaster of a week. Huge roller coaster of a week. This week saw me doing the MyBro Overseer Arena. Wound up getting top 100 there. That was not an easy achievement. But it's done, and I got them, and that's cool. Of course, we saw the 4th of July festivities this past weekend. It's still ongoing. Speaking of which, if you are interested in diving into any of those, each time you wind up getting the unit offers, it refreshes the 2-day timer. So if you're kind of on the fence of what you want to do, if you want to do like the 2nd milestone or the 3rd milestone, but you're pretty sure you want to do the 1st, if you get the 1st milestone today, the 2nd milestone has a 2-day timer. So theoretically and this is Pacific Standard Time, by Wednesday at 10 a.m., again, PST, is the very latest that you could stretch that offer to. Still a big loss, unfortunately. It is a big loss, and I'm not going to minimize that in the least bit. Because I mean, like tier 6 is a great prize, but I mean that's missing out on all the sig stones and more selectors. I feel you there. I definitely feel you there. It was a chunky time, Roel. It was a chunky time. And grab all that loot there. Very cool. Now the thing to think of is to start saving up for Cyber Weekend, because Cyber Weekend is approximately what, 4 months away, give or take. Got to build up them unit stashes again for the next wave of good loot. Gunji says I got $5 and I don't know what to buy. The normal unit deal, I'm Cav. And get 2 Tier 2 Alpha and 2 Tier 4 CC selectors, or the daily Cav bundle, or the collector's daily card, where I get 735 or 745 units. I would only get the Tier 2A and selector bundle if you know exactly who it is you want to rank up. Like if you got somebody you're just chomping at the bit to rank up, I'd go with that. Otherwise, the daily card for the units is probably the best offer in the game, I gotta say, because you're getting like 4 times the value for what you invest. So I would probably do it that way. B More says happy 4th of July, Rob and chat. Right now I'm on I cannot talk. Right now I'm on vacation at the beach. Nice. Very nice, B More. Good on you, bud. Jacob popping in saying, what's up? What up, Jacob? Good to see you, bud. Welcome. Let's see what I want to do next. Let's get the rifts out of the way. I got 5 more rifts, and then this whole thing's done. Now, I haven't entirely disliked the rifts. I appreciate that we were able to get 4 different keys and we could choose our prize 4 times. I thought that was very nice. However, it is also very tedious. So it's 4 weeks with 4 different chapters, 4 different difficulties with 7 paths each difficulty. So that's 28 paths a week for the last 4 weeks. It doesn't require any energy, which is really nice. It's just a gauntlet. Roll says, in theory, buy 3 Odins and now you're locked and loaded for Cyber Monday. This is true. This is true. That just means that you can't get anything between now and then. You know, not go for any Hercules-related stuff, America Chavez related stuff, or I'm sure there's going to be a litany of other gotcha, tantalizing things that they dangle in front of us to try and part us from our units. Speaking of which, and this is my tinfoil hat theory, is that there probably is going to be some other either large, mid to large size offer in the next week. There may very well be a early access bundle. I don't know if there is or not, but there may be an early access bundle for Hercules. In addition to something else, just because as memory serves, there usually was like some big, like post festivity, either sale or offer or bundle, just to try and double dip. I don't know anything that, of course, is again just me theory crafting, tinfoil hat theory and all that, but I'm sure there's always gonna be something coming around the corner too. Might be able to 100% Cav and again go for the 50 Tier 5 CC Nexus. Didn't go so well last time. Well, it's chin up, bud. Hopefully it'll get better this time. Nice, Genju. Can't go wrong with units. Yeah, let us know how it goes, Judah. Absolutely, let us know how it goes. Try the cereal again. It's also like one of those things where it's like, I don't know if it would be better with milk. Because like the cereal is such where it really feels that if you get it too soggy, that's just going to entirely disintegrate. Like immediately. And that's not going to be any fun. Cool. There's one. Got the glistening tier 2 alpha as well. Some shards, which I don't need. The likelihood of me forming one last crystal is like slim to nil. Because I'd have to do all of these. I'd have to do like that, the arena, which isn't going to happen. And then I still think I'm short. And I have not had great luck with these. I have not had great luck. Have you guys? How'd the Iron Tomb crystal openings go for you guys? Hopefully better than me. Dan says, didn't catch your 4th offer video yet. How was the haul? It was good. Okay, so here's the thing. I gotta drop the caveat. It was good for me. I'm happy with how it went. For, I think, overall for other people in the community, I don't think, like on paper, I don't think it's like a beyond God's Here broken CEO sort of opening. Where it's like, God's here, God's here, God's here, God's here. It wasn't like that, but I'm still happy with it because that's not what I wanted. And the champs that I did wind up getting are champs that I'm very happy with. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the rank up materials. Excuse me. I got a video coming out this next week here with all the rank ups that I did from that. And it's pretty nutty. It's pretty nutty, the rank ups that I was able to get off all of that. So I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. The opening I'm most excited about was the one that I posted yesterday, where it's split between opening four of the new featured 5-star or featured 6-star crystals, right? Going for like Odin, going for Jabari, as like a hot cold polar opposite to like opening just a couple of the rotating Apocalypse calves. That went a bit different, I should say. Judo Duke, my 6-star Doom from those. Nice. ASD pulled a 5-star Airwalker. As long as it's a brand new 5-star, that's still pretty cool, right? Mine was great. Got a ton of 6-star great pulls. My issue is Tier 4 CC and Tier 4 basic shortage. Yeah, there's so many manufactured bottlenecks, progression-wise, between the rank of materials. It's really absurd. Because you would think it's like, yeah, I can't get Tier 3 Alpha, or I can't get Tier 5 basic, or Tier 2 Alpha even. I can't get the end game materials, and that's why I can't progress. No, it's like I can't get the most elementary, rudimentary stuff because reasons. You know? It's so silly. It's like, yeah, I can't rank up this new 5-star because I can't get Tier 1 Alpha. I got everything else. I got the Tier 4 CC, I got the Tier 5 basic. It's just the Tier 1 Alpha that's holding me up. It's so dumb. What are your next rank 3s going to be? I've got 4 rank 3s in the works. Like I said, I got that video posting this week, so I don't really want to spoil it. I've got at least 4 more on the back burner. Just need to get, rank up material. Like I was just saying, like the rest of the catalysts for that. But that's not going to be for a little while still. But it's pretty spicy, Jude. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the with how it played out. Looking at 4 more rank 3s if I can scrounge up those tier 4 cats. Very cool. Who are you going to be ranking up, Dana? Steve says, second last, please. I just did the Airwalker one, right? Got tons of tier 2 alpha and tier 5 basic in my overflow. Yes, so that's the thing, because I've seen that happen a number of times before, and if you strategize and plan out your rank ups in a timely fashion, that won't be an issue. But at the same time, too, you definitely got to stay on top of the balance between the tier 5 basic and the tier 2 alpha. Ranking up 6 stars takes more tier 2 alpha than 565s do. But of course, like a 6 star also takes that extra tier 5 basic. So if you wind up ranking up only 6 stars, I think I may have misspoke. If you wind up ranking up only 6 stars, then you're going to wind up running out of tier 5 basic. If you rank up only 5 stars, you're not going to have enough tier 2 alpha. So you got to kind of do a balance of both. The only reason for that is because the rank 4 and the rank 5 stars take tier 2 alpha, whereas only just the 6 star rank 1 to 2 does, if you're looking at something comparable. That's a whole bunch of like blathering. I hope I didn't stumble over myself too much right there. Roll pulled a 6-star Domino, duped my 5-star Corvus, and 6-star Cosmic Ghost Rider, 6-star Squirrel Girl, and duped 6-star Black Bolt. Solid haul. You got Cosmics and Spades there, bud. The one before Airwalker. I didn't see one. Let me just keep scrolling up. Yeah, I didn't see it, bud. Now, either you're trolling or YouTube blocked it for whatever reason. One or the other. Alright, so I got just a couple more of these. And then this is done forever. Until whatever next month's thing is. May the 4th be with you, and also with you. And I popped 30 5-star crystals. Highlights were Immortal Eye Bomb, Claire, duped Mephisto, Voodoo, Torch, Havoc, and Mr. Fantastic. And all of that crazy 6-star shards as well. Hoarded 5-star crystals for this big opening. Everybody does it differently. Some people like to just pop stuff as they get it. I very much enjoy doing the hoarding and then like big openings. And again, there's no wrong way to do it, but for me personally, the way I look at it is like, okay, well, if the first crystal is bad, then I still have a lot of more opportunities to get something that's better. Or if the first 2 are not so great, then you never know because there's still more chances. Colossus, Nick, Guardian, and Torch will be the next rank 3s. I like it. I like it. Very well balanced, too. Razark says, hopefully next month's side quest is good. I'm stuck in the story mission in 533. My 5-star luck has been so bad. It sounds like it could be pretty interesting. Somebody was saying that we should be able to get a full 6-star out of it by doing all of everything at the highest difficulty. But I honestly am not gonna lie. I have not looked at it myself. I'm like, oh, I'm still working on this month, so I'll get around to that later. Probably wind up waiting to the absolute last minute again, like I usually do. Shh, what else? I've hit the endgame ISO problem. Blew a good chunk of my gold on taking mags and voids rank 3. Yeah, you need like a mil to a mil and a half gold per rank up for those chunky 6-stars. Let's see, what else we got? Nova this guy again. For recap, I have had a huge opening for 4th of July and received Loki, Thorax, Taskmaster, Vulture, Red Skull, and Duped Sunspot. That's, that is an opening. That is certainly an opening. Any idea when that gold boost is coming around? These rank ups are getting pricey. So there should be one in December. There usually is one in December. They did one summer last year, but that was kind of more of like an apology tour than like a regular event. So I think we still got to hold out for a while. I was hoping to see another Summoner Appreciation calendar where it's like that 3-month event where, you know, if you log in each day, it just, the loot just gets progressively better and you wind up getting either like gold boost or like the whatchamacallit, the revive and the potion events. But we haven't heard anything about that, so I would not hold my breath. Alright, Judah, take care, bud. You have a most excellent night yourself. Are there any preserves in Space Jam cereal? I'm sure. I am sure. I gotta say, though, if the movie is anything like the cereal, that doesn't bode well. Uh-oh, I sneezed. And by sneezed, I mean I literally just breathed and the cord disconnected. Six stars ended up being APOC, Colossus, Dupe, 2 Strifes. Sick. Angela, Guardian Dupe, and my best pull of a dupe of Nova. That is a Beyond God tier opening there, bud. Definitely can't be salty with that. That's fantastic. Hey, it only means that my next crystals will hopefully be good. I can only assume that I have to get a good champ at some point. Statistically speaking, that's absolutely true. It's gonna happen eventually. Just chin up. Luck is gonna turn around. What happened to the calendar? People were triggered. I think that was what they were talking about. Because like I said, in years past, they wound up doing a Summoner Appreciation event and calendar, but I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm not going to hold my breath. I like that, but I'm not going to wait on bated breath. Get out of here, Purgs. Purgatory, everybody. Great concept of a character, but just stumbling on the execution. And that should be it for Rifts. All zeros, all zeros, all zeros, all zeros. So what's next? Arena? Probably. Because the last thing I want to do is miss out on a Tier 1 Alpha Arena. Again. There were some that I had to wind up missing out on just because I was grinding a champion. And this week I am going to be grinding a champion too. Starting up on Thursday. I do plan on going for the 6-star Jubilee, who's going to be the basic champion in Arena. Not that I'm going to wind up, doing anything with her. I don't have any rank up plans, and I'm not going to be going for her twice. But, she's just a fun champion, If nothing else, even if she only winds up being Arena fodder, that still is several times a week that I get to play her and just enjoy the animations. And get some extra Arena points, too, for the effort. Any clue on where the next side quest rewards can be found? I don't see it on the forums, but their forums are also set up to be kind of confusing. Usually they wind up sticking it at the top of like the general chat page. Because it wouldn't be under the news tab. That's just for the patch notes. I wouldn't put it past them to have taken it down for reasons. But I'm not entirely sure. There were a couple other YouTubers who did wind up doing videos on it, breaking it down. I think Karate Mike did something. I'm sure a few others did as well. Just check there. I'm sure Rich the Man did as well. Robert says, I'm cool with everything you got going on, but that box of cereal sucks. LeBron James gets on my nerves. Well, I mean, he's following in the footsteps of Jordan with the film here. And those are some pretty big shoes to fill. I thought I'd try the cereal just because it's, fun one-off. Something different, but I mean, I'm still munching on it. I'm still sticking with my original assessment. Eh. In arenas, is it match 10 that you get a Doom Squad? Usually, yeah. I have seen, have seen people get it sooner, like 8 or 9, just depending on if they really bring a low PI team. But if you're playing like right at the cutoff, Yeah, 10 is usual when you start getting some of the challenge fights. How can I... Son of a mother. You got 2% health left. Get out of here. Wasting my time. Oh, I see it. It wasn't labeled as a side quest. It's called Assault on Olympus on the forums. Sounds about right. Like, you can choose your destiny. It's another one of those two for bits. You can either choose the 6-star shards or you can choose rank up materials. I think I'm going to go for 6-star shards, but I got to look at it closer. Hey, Mr. Slayer popping in saying, hi, Rob. What up, Mr. Slayer? Happy 4th of July. Good to see you. How are you doing this fine weekend? You can never fill Jordan's shoes, not in basketball, not in movies. But you, my dude, so I don't care. I don't either. I don't either. I think that's just what it's always going to wind up being, is that people are always going to wind up either drawing parallels to Jordan or like, you're the next Jordan, you're the next this, as opposed to like being your own thing. So then you would like sit in the pantheon of the greatest of all time, but you're not compared to one specific player, you know? Diane's stopping by saying hello. How's it going, Diane? Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Next side event looks better than last month's. Way too much RNG. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it is with Rifts, you know? Even with the keys, which I appreciate, the whole thing was RNG. The thing I'm most interested in is how quick it takes to do. Because if you can do it in like half the time that you can with this month's event, I would be all for that. Because I want to get the loot. I just don't want to spend my whole life trying to grind away to get it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you still got Arena, you still got the Alliance events, you still got Incursions, you still got the regular story quest. I mean, they got the 7.3 betas going out pretty soon, so, I mean, one would assume that 7.3 is debuting within the next month and change anyway. Couple months, probably. It's a lot of stuff. It's great if it's the one game that you main, but if you play other games or if you know, you got a social life outside of the game and other responsibilities, it adds up. Doink. Yeah, I mean, it's always something, though, isn't it, Rezark? Between uncollected for the milestones or Cavaliers for the sort of offers in-game. I understand how it can be pretty difficult to target, like, where people's progression is and the stuff that they need, just because at this point in a game that's been around for this long, it's a pretty healthy spread. But, you know, it could throw everybody a bone every now and again at the very least, right? If they're going to minimize the 5-star shard rewards for uncollected, they could at least give a good amount of 4-star shards. And I mean, that's already what's going to wind up happening, right? If they do wind up doing that consolidation between Acts 1 through 3 to get people uncollected ASAP, then, I mean, 4 stars aren't worth anything anymore anyway. Where 2s are a novelty. 3s are like a bare bones, like, beginner thing. 4 stars are like, hey, this is kind of cool. And 5s are like, what a beginner should be going for. But they got a lot of work to do still with all that. So I have a confession, guys. I have a confession. I really want a Ring 5 Psycho Man. That's not a joke. I really do. It's that freaking Sinister fight from Summer of Pain last week that did it. I'm like, this guy's fun. His damage sucks, but he's fun. I appreciate all the spammy concussions he gets. And the power gain in that one phase, which like kind of prompts bots to play defensively. You get power gain all over the place. You're unblockable specials, and you get power lock. It's so delightfully spammy. You just got to deal with the noodle damage. For the milestones next month at 550,000, Cavalier gets a 5-star Nexus. At the same point, milestone uncollected gets a singular tier 4 basic. RIP. I need champs and materials to get Cavalier. The nice thing about that is that they, at the very least, are coming out with champions now that can do that. Like before, it's like, yeah, if you don't have this one dude, then you're completely up the creek. But now it's like, okay, we acknowledge that this is still difficult and still challenging, but at least we're giving the champs and the characters a diversity of abilities, where you don't just need one guy. You could do it plausibly with a number. I pulled him in the last feature first drop. Totally forgot about him. I know. That's the thing. I did too. He's still, you know, a meme, still a joke, really. But I think that's what the problem was, is that they were too scared of making him the next Quake with all of the concussions that he can proc and how easily he can proc those concussions, that they intentionally nerfed his damage to prevent that. But like, depending on which phase he's in, he can cuss his opponents when they're throwing specials. He can cuss his opponents when they are blocking. And he can cuss his opponents when they're heavy charging as well. So you get any abilities that trigger once you're doing any one of those three things, and you just don't need to worry about it. Hey Rob, you being my info guy, please tell me, what buff champs are we getting this update? So we are getting, I think they've already, I'm going to assume, I think they've already said officially. So we're getting Diablo, we're getting Ronin, and we're getting Bishop. Where Diablo is like the biggest update, Ronin is like small numbers tweaks, and Bishop is like, yeah, we're kind of changing a couple small things, but not really. Dylan popping in with the hashtag Sarge raid. What up, Dylan? How's it going? Happy 4th of July, bud. Good to see you. Happy Sunday, too. Appreciate the raid. Yeah, champs are getting a lot more utility and usage. It's always just a little heartbreaking seeing the side quest rewards. Yeah. Especially because some side quests have been so insane and helpful, and then some I don't even feel like doing. Side quests are very, very two-faced. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Like, you have one month where it's just like so game-breakingly good, like with reward relative to the time investment. And then you get other ones. Like, this month was okay. It just was long. I think it was last month or the month before that where it's just like tedious and dull. I mean, I think the worst that they've ever done was the Mole Man one. Like the Mole Man mission. is just so boring and repetitive for barely worthwhile rewards. Alright, come on, my dude. Launch that. Let's push you over to the bonk. To the other phase. Dex, parry. We got Sarge coming in with the hashtag Born to Raid. What up, Sarge? Good to see you, bud. Thank you for sending the raid over. Hope you're doing very well here yourself. Happy 4th of July and happy weekend to you, too. Hope you're doing well. BB is mildly excited for Diablo. It's really going to come down to how he handles in person, you know? Like, even if just by reading his kit, it sounds enticing and good, it really comes down to gameplay. Like, how he handles in hand. Because, I mean, we've gotten champs like that before that have read well, but just haven't translated. So, hopefully. J-Rock, also part of the Born raid. Appreciate that, bud. Happy 4th, J-Rock. Good to see you. How's everybody's 4th going? It's good. Got to spend it with family. Hope your guys' has been well as well. Remember one side quest last fall that gave me a 5-star rank up gem and 20,000 shards for almost no time when I was still in Act 4. Yeah, I think I don't think it was the Gwenpool Goes to the Movies, but it's something like a side event like that is exactly what I'm talking about. Quick. It's not easy. It's quick. It's doable. You can get in. You can get out. You can get the loot and move on with your life. Have a good time, but not, you know, linger. You guys do hear some popping fireworks going off in the distance. That's exactly what it is. Neighbors are getting excited. Smuggle in some fireworks, either from out of state or from across the border. But, I mean, that's kind of California for you, though, too. You wag your finger at you for sparklers. Alright, come on. Get out of here, Blade. Get out of here, my dude. Boink. Sad thing is, I love Rifts normally, but these rewards are so bland. Right? And that's the thing, though, too. It's like, it's such small increments of loot. It's like, I understand that, you know, done gradually over time, if you get like loot in that small of size proportionally over the course of a month, it adds up into something a bit more noticeable. But really, I mean, outside of that, it's like, wow, I did 10 minutes worth of work for like 100 shards of something I need 45,000 of. Thanks. Is Archangel worth the resources without awakening? No, he's not. He's good, but he's not worth it. The best thing about Archangel is the neurotoxin he gets from the awakened ability. That is what winds up reducing the ability accuracy of your enemy, and that's how Archangel is able to just bypass so much annoying, stupid stuff. It's good to hold on to stuff for when he is awakened. He's definitely worth a generic awakening, too, at that. But, yeah, as is unawakened, not so much. They're better mutant options in the short term. Long term, again, once you get him woken up, yeah, you're going to have a field day, but not this time. Well, looks like the game froze, so that's fun. But we are... Well, we're about 15 minutes into the stream, so that's pretty typical. Do that. Jump back in there. Had a complete brain fart. You know, one of those things where you're just like, you're sitting and you're staring at something straight in front of you, but you don't see it. Like you're either staring straight through it. For whatever reason, that was me right there. Maybe that's just a sign that I need to get some sleep. Not yet. I got stuff to do. We're just getting started. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I mean, again, definitely keep Archangel on the back burner because obviously he's beyond God tier, but save your resources. Donacop popping in saying, yo! What up, Donacop? SD, what kind of incursions do you want to run? Or what map? Because if we do a run of incursions, that's probably going to take the rest of the stream. It's crazy, too, because I know that if I pulled a Ghost, I could... you could get Cavalier a lot easier. Some champs are just so good. Yeah, and the fact that, I mean, you can get, like, a Mystic title now, too, in 7-1 and 7-2, just with having a Ghost team. It's kind of absurd. Like, she's great, and I love her because you can do that. But at the same time, like, having a champion that's that much of a broken get-out-of-jail-free card, I don't know. It'd be nice if they could spread the love a little bit around, too. But that's very much how I approach the game. Like, I enjoy playing the champs, and I appreciate all the different things that each different character brings to the table. If I wind up playing one character always for everything, it's fun because I get the stuff done, but I personally get bored. I'll still do it if that's the cheapest, fastest, most reliable way to do it, of course, but it's always fun to mix things up. Doom, Corvus, Ghost, these champs can solo, get people super far in content, and Quake too. Definitely got to throw Quake in there as well. Archangel to a lesser degree, because you got to have a couple extra bells and whistles with him in order for him to do that. Come on, my dude. Take care, ASD. Okay. Block that, text that. Gotta get good with War Machine. Lucked up and wound up pulling a 6-star out of a one-off Cav a week or so ago, which is fantastic because I wound up missing the 6-star in the arena, which is a shame. But Karma came around, wound up getting the 6-star out of a Crystal instead, but now it's like, cool. Now I got him. I know what he does you know, relative to what I want him to do, and that's with the different tech pre-fights that he does. But like, what does he do himself proper post rework? Is it just me, or is it really tough to stay on top of all the different changes and updates that they wind up doing? Like, in a good way, I don't want them to stop. Of course, I want them to keep going because I appreciate all the different updates and reworks to old characters that are showing their age. But at the same time, too, I don't know. Does it feel like it's challenging to remember exactly who does what and when now? Brian says, "Greetings, Rob. Hope you've had a great weekend." It has been good. It has been a very good weekend. Appreciate that, bud. Hope yours has been really good as well. I mean, even champs like Omega Red with a super high sig, if you can get him that far, is massive for content. Yeah, and pair him up with a Sabretooth. And those Sporers basically do the work for you. Get in like a 3-hit combo, throw a heavy, and stay close to your opponent, and that's about it. Spores wind up doing the rest of the work for you. Same with Void. You get a couple of those debuffs on the opponent, and it's game over. All you gotta do now is just bide your time. Come on. Thank you. But then some champs like Iron Man and Moon Knight sit in the D tier champs with almost no use. Yeah, I mean, really almost their only use is to be arena fodder. And then a bench warmer after that. Do hope those guys get some desperately needed TLC here sometime this year with some of the reworks. Good lord, man. How many freaking things are you going to keep throwing my way? Get out of here. I mean, I'm Colossus, so I'm just, like, tanking everything. It's just... Come on, dude. It's just also a lot of me not paying attention. User error. Took a Hyperion to rank 5, Hitmonkey to 2, Ultron to 2. So decent weekend for me. Oh yeah, rank 5, my Max Sig Void. I would say that's a good weekend. I would say that's an extremely good weekend. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, there's still a level up event on right now, right? The first level up after a major event like this weekend is always just an absolute blitz. Got that. Nice. Really hope Moon Knight gets a good buff. I keep thinking he's going to get one. He's a really cool hero, but they did him dirty. They did him dirty, yes. But I think they did him worse by not giving him any super useful synergies since then. Because, like, his kit at the time was interesting. It was the first one to, and only one of two, to focus on the moon's actual real-world phases, which is a fun idea to integrate into his kit, but then that's just like, there's no follow-up, and it hasn't aged well. I personally don't like how 1 week he's good, and then the next week he's not good, just depending, again, on the phase of the moon. There's that. And Sentry also. Sentry just needs a top-to-bottom rework. The fact that he has to be SIG 200 to lose the RNG of losing your entire quest's worth of progress is absurd. That and the damage he gets even when he's ramped up playing optimally with all the different like stars aligning at once, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Be a max level up event. Yeah. So here was my strategy for it. I saved a couple of the new champions. A couple of 6s, a 5, some 4s, and a 3, and a couple of 2s. I save all that stuff for the rank up days, just to get the milestones. You know, get the 25 free units, get the free revive, get, you know, the final milestone as well with 6 stones. Got that. And there's that. Brilliant. Put this down for a sec and get some juice. Brian, very cool. Brian hitting up the question of the night over here on the left. What was your last vacation? Brian's last vacation was in the Outer Banks in 2017. I mean, I hope that was a good trip, and I hope it was a fun trip. But at the same time, too, the last vacation being about 5 years ago, that sucks. Hopefully you get out on another one here soonly, bud. Took Torch and APOC to rank 3, duped Archangel, took him to rank 2, pulled 6-star Sparkles, Gulk, Stormex, and Mojo this weekend. Dude, you didn't pull anything awful. You pulled all the good things. Nothing is bad. That's so cool. Howdy, Rob. Hope that you enjoyed the 4th. Appreciate that, Falcon. I did. I was happy. I was really happy how it played out. It's just been such a fantastic week between the different rank up bundles and stuff this weekend, getting super lucky out of the APOC crystal a couple days ago, getting Overseer out of the 6-star featured arena. We got Jubilee in the basic arena coming on Thursday, and then whoever else is the first champion. We got Hercules and America Chavez coming up this month too, and they both look a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in the game, in the contest, and just having a lot of fun with that still too. Have a bunch of new 5-star champs for the next event. Very good. Yeah, I mean, just speaking to everybody, if you're patient with the level up stuff and only level up champs enough to get the milestones and then save everybody else for the next level up event, you're just going to be raking in all that free loot each time it rolls around. Do that. Do that. Do that. Yeah, too long ago. Love the OBX. I think now that the states at least are opening up again, that whole tourist industry is just going to explode here. The rest of 2021 and then into 2022 especially, assuming things keep going the way that they've been going. Boink. Which is very, very cool. I know me and the family are definitely looking forward to getting some vacation coming up here too. As a matter of fact, we got one coming up starting next weekend. So I got a bunch. That's what my big project here is going on this week, is to get a bunch of stuff shot, recorded, and then uploaded to have that staggered release the next couple weeks that I'm gone. But it's gonna be nice. I'm in the same boat as you, actually. That haven't had a proper vacation in years. It's not to say I haven't gone anywhere, but it's like you hop on a plane, you visit a place a couple days, and you come back home. It's a nice trip, but it's not a vacation. This one's the first proper vacation in a while. Alright, so we got the first alpha. Almost got the second one. And that's 1/6 to get the third. So we're making progress. Wink. Brian got Emma, Ronan, Skrull, and Molgod. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And if Skrull winds up getting a buff someday, at least that'll make him effective. We are going to be heading up to the Pacific Northwest. Got some friends up in Portland that we're going to be visiting. Might dip north into the border into Washington State a little bit. Maybe see about getting into the Seattle area, but really, we want to see, this is going to sound really weird, but I live in Los Angeles, right? And the thing about Los Angeles is that, like, you see all the glory, glamour, touristy shots about beautiful Los Angeles. You see the skyline with the towers and all the skyscrapers. The Hollywood sign, which all those, just for you guys in the know, are ridiculously, terribly, horribly photoshopped. Or it's like the one day a year right after it's rained where the sky is actually blue and the hills are actually green. And it's actually clear out. You can see more than, a mile in the distance without running into haze. But for the most part, otherwise, it's gray, it's hazy. It gets to be a bit much. So, heading up to the Pacific Northwest, even though it's super toasty up there this time of year, just appreciate getting to see some blue skies and green hills and trees and fresh air. So it'll be really nice. We're very much looking forward to that. Is it realistic to think that every bad champ we think of will get a buff? Mostly. Yeah, they've already said that they're not going to be touching like the trophy champions. So Loltron, Kang, Thanos are most likely not going to get any sort of love or attention anytime soon. But everybody else, I think, is fair game eventually. Just a matter of when, Bonk. Because they certainly have their own pecking order on the developer side of things. Like, I think if they would have taken a poll and say which of these champions needs a a buff next, I don't think that Ronan would have found his way into most people's top 10. Do that, do that, do that. Really hope that heat dome goes away before you get there. I hope so too. Because right now it's about as toasty up there as it is down here. What is a vacation? Right? I would go snorkeling on a reef. I would too. Like sometime it'd be fun to just keep heading north into Canada and see the aurora and whatnot. Or see the rolling hills of like central USA. Go backpacking on the Andes. Visit Rome. Put it on the bucket list. Get to Seattle, would you meet up with BG and Aaron Abdo? I think that'd be fun. I don't know if or when or how that could work out, but I think that'd be pretty cool. Have to reach out and see what's up. Brian says, it's LA. I know. I know. It's par for the course. And the best time, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Gorgeous beaches, great towns. Man, the third caveat for me, in addition to those two, would be amazing food. I'm such a foodie. Like not the quality, but like what I eat is just as much of an important thing as like how the place looks, I suppose. Where if like the food is fantastic, then I'm already having a good time. My brother-in-law is moving to the Outer Banks permanently in September. Your brother-in-law is lucky. See if you can get a place big enough for all of us, huh? Kai says, hey Rob, what up Kai? Happy Sunday, happy 4th of July as well to you, bud. Good to see you. How's it going? Welcome to the Serial Stream. As well as Big Howdy to Reaper saying, what up, Shoe? You know, little of this, little of that. I've had a good weekend. Got to spend most of it with family. Had a fantastic week overall, strictly speaking game-wise. Yeah, I can't complain. Found a niche solution for Mercy Node. Horseman Wolverine. Man, you can't go wrong with Horseman Wolverine. If you need something to just like KO, like ASAP, Horseman Wolverine is your go-to. dude's absurd. Come on. Come on. Thank you. I'm like, dude, do something. Thanks, that. Parry, parry, parry. Nice. So I finally took my Sparkles to 565. It's a devastating damage when she does armor break stacks and has the 5 Furies plus special 3 for the burst damage. Yeah, and then, you know, pair it up with Nick Fury so that the Furies stick around for longer so she can do more damage longer. Or a Beardo with the Cosmic Synergy to have all those buffs last 25% longer as well. Got options. Food was incredible there also. Only 2 main towns on the island. It was first time I had sea bass. Incredible. I can imagine. Fresh sea bass? Yeah. Fresh fish in general. There's such a noticeable taste difference between something that's been farm raised and something that's wild caught. Obviously, the farm raised ones are more sustainable overall, but man, those fresh ones, extra nummy. Keep throwing a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this. I'll learn how to use Jabari one of these days. Not this day, but one of these days. I'm not sure. I think this one is going to be... It's going to help me hit 1.6. I think. Should be. Yep. Brilliant. Brian asking, what is tonight's cereal verdict? Well, for those of you stopping in, I've got Space Jam cereal. It is the official licensed cereal of the movie, which still hasn't come out yet, which was news to me. It is effectively purple. Whatchamacallit? Corn Puffs. So the cereal by itself is extremely bland. It's got little rabbit marshmallows. I'm assuming those are rabbits. They don't really... This is the most complete looking marshmallow I've found yet. It's got rabbit and you've got a... Where's it at? I'm assuming this is a basketball. But bland. It's not bad where it's like I eat it and I just hate myself. It's just like you eat it and you're like, yeah, okay. I just ate a bit of cereal. That's neat. What else? I give it like an average score. Norseman Sparkles with Kamala for 10% increased Fury potency, and Nick is pretty powerful. Yeah, and then if you go into the center or the Mastery tab as well, and boost the Masteries for Fury potency and then Fury timer as well, that helps all as well. I don't like how this is a permanent fixture on the main page now. I mean, it's there off on the side where it's always been. It's like, oh, all right, well, that's fine, I guess. 100%, 100%. Cool, so now it's just the easy stuff. It's not easy. I forget which class is featured here. What's your top 5 seafood, Rob? I've got snow crab legs, king crab legs, swordfish, tuna steaks, and planked salmon. Ah, that's tough. King crab. Are we talking about just like the fish itself, or like what it's made, like favorite fish dish? Because I think mine would be a combination of the two. So like king crab legs is probably still number one. Two, I think I'd have to just give the blanket term of salmon, just because there's so much you can do with it. Whether it's like lox or grilled salmon or sushi or sashimi, right? Like salmon is so versatile in so many of my favorite fish dishes. Um, I'd probably have to, and this one's gonna switch over a dish. Clam chowder is top notch. Not like the stuff you go and just like go to like any vanilla restaurant. Like, yeah, they sell like 5 different kinds of soup, and today's soup of the day is clam chowder because that's what you could buy at the grocery store. No, like you go to the East Coast, you go to the West Coast where they actually fish for the clams, and it's like fresh clams in the chowder. Fantastic. Yeah, Reaper. I'm a second that calamari with the marinara sauce. Mm-hmm. And then halibut. A nice chunk of halibut steak is absolutely delectable. Yeah, I think that's five, right? I'm gonna say that's five. Just a lot of good nummy stuff. It wouldn't be a Rob vonShoe stream if we didn't get sidetracked talking about food of some sort. Now I'm super hungry. New England clam chowder is bomb. Yeah. Trying to remember what's your face does. Purgatory. She's got some annoying nonsense. Sure. Let's just have a big old skill fiesta here. And that's the thing too. I mean, like seafood overall is just so versatile. Just because I mean, there's no one set taste and there's no one set texture and consistency. Like some of it is super light and uh, I was gonna say delicate, but light and airy, right? And some of it is just super um, dense. Again, is not the right word. Hearty, right? You can do a lot more with it because it holds up, sturdy. Cheers. Like cod is a super boring fish by itself, but because it's so tough and durable, you can do a lot of stuff with it, and by doing stuff with it, you turn a pretty boring vanilla fish into something a whole lot more. Okay, so basically just shrug off debuffs. Okay. Yeah, we gotta be careful because this chapter right here has heal block. Of course I'm running damage masteries because of course I do. So I just need to be mindful of that. Finally we reached the champion boss fight chapter. Gonna wait till I store resources for a bit and then go in. Any tips? Don't be disappointed if you die the first few times, or when you die the first few times. Especially when you get into his final phase. Because that's what I found when I was doing his final phase and dancing around that, you know, that dexterity at the last possible second nonsense. Is that you gotta time that super close. Or else you're gonna have a bad time. Pew, 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 pew. Shang-Chi is just so dirty. Special 2 is like 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 50,000. And burst damage on top of that. Congrats on getting through the Mordo chapter with Quake, Reaper. Love me some properly seasoned scallops too. Man, so many great options. And that's not even getting into shrimp. Whether it's like grilled shrimp or scampi or anything else. It's crazy. I never tried seafood until well in my 20s, and now I'm thinking about what I missed. Me too. It wasn't until to a degree, I didn't have like a greater variety of seafood until I was in my mid-late teens, and then really until into my 20s when I was like, I'm gonna try this and try this and try this. We had a bunch of different stuff growing up, but because seafood always was a lot more expensive than, you know, some of the other things, we didn't go crazy with, like, you know, the crab and the halibut and stuff like that. We had the salmon, we had tilapia, a bunch of cod. That's how I know about cod. But and then shrimp too. Just so many nummy things. So many nummy things. Purify all that nonsense. Get a refresher there. Try and bait out special. Wish that they would change iHulk's abilities where his charges fall off one at a time and they last 5 seconds instead of completely falling off in 2 seconds, and possibly do away with the self-damage. Yeah, but like the self-damage is like part and parcel with his kit. Check out Hercules, because Hercules has a nice synergy with iHulk that gives him a perfect block, which I think should help him out a little bit. I hope so, at least. I like squid, grenard, grouper, mussels, and sashimi tuna. There's so many different kinds of sashimi with tuna. You got the fatty tuna, you got the lean tuna. And it's freaking like how much of a taste difference there is between it. Right, come on, dude. Thank you. No. Stop it. works, I guess. Give me a couple more of those charges, and we'll see how this goes. I'm not crazy about mussels, but I love sashimi tuna. Mussels are such a hit and miss. Like, you gotta get them super fresh and then cook them, like, absolutely right, too. You gotta be really okay with the texture and the consistency. Because it's kind of weird. See what we got here. But I'm with Brian. I haven't had Grenard either. I'm not quite sure. Hello, Rob, says Tom. What up, Tom? Went a bit mad at 4th, rank 5, my Star-Lord. Also took 6-star Simbi to rank 2. Well, grats on the account progress there, Tom. And a very happy 4th of July weekend to you, too. Do that. Parry, refresh all of it. Dex that. Start it over. And, man. Oh, haha. Shang-Chi for the win with a stun. Thank goodness. So let's wrap this quest up here. Let's wrap it up. Go beat Discount Morningstar at her own game. Thanks, and to you. Is Simbi a good rank 3? At 39.1 thousand tier 5 Mystic. No. I would say no. I'm not the biggest fan, so I mean, take that for what that's worth from the get-go. I like Simbi, but he's very much a one-trick pony, right? If you go up against someone who's bleed immune, he's done. Or somebody that has either power gain or any like form of power modification, he's done. He's not bad. I certainly like him at rank 2, but I personally wouldn't rank him up all the way. Alright, so basically just try and nuke her. Grenard is like a cod, white flesh with a Swedish taste to it. Lives on the very sandy areas close to New Zealand. Nice. Come on. There we go. See if we go. Do that. Do that. Right now you're unstoppable and unblockable for a bit. don't you throw that special too? Make my life a little bit easier, would you? Well, didn't dex at the right time, apparently. Got a 6-star Awakened Morningstar. Is she better at rank 3? At rank 1 right now. Do you like doing incursions? If you like doing incursions, then absolutely yes. Otherwise, rank 2 I think will suffice. If I can't proc a couple of those bleeds right there, try and bait out a special. Get the Dexy bird lock on. That. That's just unstoppable again. Lovely. Just couldn't dex back fast enough. I would say no on Mojo, because Mojo needs to be Sig 200. Definitely Morningstar of the lot of 3 you've presented so far. But again, to each their own, you know. Everyone's got their own preference, their own things that they like and don't like in champions. Uh-oh. I was like, may as well throw this. I'm not getting out of this one alive. This one's game over because Elsa's degen's going to do the work for me. Yep. Easy peasy. How good is he? I know Enzo likes him. He's good. He has a little bit of ramp up, which can sometimes be a good thing, sometimes cannot be a good thing. But he really needs a high sig, like I was saying, to really capitalize on the damage output he can do. Let me bring that up here quick. And that's really, like I was saying, where it ties in. So, like, you want that Fury that he winds up getting to be extra chunky, extra potent. And for that, like, you got to have, what, Sig 160 with Sig 180. I'll think about it. I'll take Elsa 5-star to rank 4. I think that's a fantastic rank up. Elsa's so much fun. She's fun to play, first and foremost, but not only that, but she's insanely useful as well, between shrugging off debuffs and the evade, between the different debuffs that she procs herself. She's got a lot of good stuff going for her. Alright guys, here is what we are going to do. Let's get a few things going here, shall we? I mean, I know it's 4th of July, but it looks like it's just me and BG streaming. Nah. Not tonight. Not tonight. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be opening up one of these crystals here. Just for kicks, if you guys want to guess who is going to pop out of the crystal here, let me know in the comment section down below. And as this one's going to be spinning out, I want to say thank you guys for watching. This has been the 4th of July Super Cereal Sunday cereal stream. Been chowing down on some remarkably par Space Jam cereal. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please do kindly consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, because rumor has it that with each like that the video gets, it's one extra marshmallow in your Space Jam cereal scoop. So, yeah, it helps. It helps. I'm going to be back again tomorrow night with another live stream. It's going to wind up being garbage. Lovely. Cav crystals, everybody. Streaming tomorrow night. Please be on the lookout for videos posting too. You can stay on top of that by ringing the notification bell and all that good stuff. Like I said, helps the channel grow. Hope you guys have a most excellent rest of your Sunday and 4th of July weekend. I'm Rob vonShoe. Until next time, all, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, everyone. Bye for now.